Hi friends, we're gonna flow today. So if you have props around that you would like to use, you are welcome to do so. I don't have any currently, but they're always welcome. You know your body best. We will start in a child's pose. So just taking an extra moment here to bring your knees maybe a little bit wider than you normally do, settle your hips toward your heels, and then allow your heart to melt down toward the floor, your forehead rests, the back of your neck relaxes, the shoulders relax down the back, the forearms rest. And just spread your fingers really wide, let them settle down on the mat. And then take a full breath in through your nose, feel the length along your spine. And then open your mouth sigh, clear it out. And then just notice the physical reaction in your body. Breathe in through the nose. As you clear out through the mouth, you start to let go, right? You start to release. So as we move through this flow, breathe in. Clear out. Just notice within your own physical body, maybe within the mind, where you're holding on to something that really needs to let go so that you're able to soften. You're able to find a little bit more space. One more in. And out. Good. In and out through the nose now, constricting the back of the throat in. Long out. And spread the fingers even wider. Start to lift the elbows up off of the mat. Shoulders roll down and back, creating a little bit more space through the back of the neck. Low belly draws in. Root your shins down into the mat. Take yourself forward, tabletop position. Knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Drop the belly, broaden the front of the chest, look high. As you breathe out, we round the spine, we draw the belly in, we point the tailbone down, broaden upper back. Good, inhale, come forward. Exhale to round. Cat pose, inhale, come forward, belly drops. Shoulder blades down and back, creating space. Exhale, round. Two more. Starting to get into the spine. Finding some mobilization. Spine health is so important as we age. Come back to your neutral spine. We'll take it to the side, hips to the left, look to your left. Back through center. So we always want to engage, go to the right. And finding our full range of motion with a healthy spine, as supported as we can be. Because when we stop practicing, that's when the tightness comes in. We lose mobility. We lose the ability to move as we did. One more round. Come back to center. Neutral spine, lengthen tailbone, low belly tucks in. And then turn your hands around so that your fingers are pointed toward you as much as possible. Your palms are down on the mat. And we're just going to shift the weight forward and back. Just starting to get into the forearms. Long in. Heavy out. One more breath. And then we'll take it back to center, neutral spine, fingers come forward. Maybe you roll out the wrists a little bit just to clear out if there was any sensation, a little bit of pulling, just to let all that go. And then we're gonna get into the shoulders by bringing the hands, same thing, tabletop position. But this time we're gonna think about the scapula on the back of the body, so the shoulder blades drawing away from each other. So the spine still stays as neutral as possible. Arms stay straight and strong. And then we're going to depress the torso. So bring the torso closer toward the mat without moving through the spine as much as possible. So we're drawing shoulder blades together on the back. Inhale, broaden, create space. Fingers still spread wide. Legs engage. Exhale. Torso comes down. Good. Just one more time here. Back to neutral, inhale. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Start to pedal out the heels, bending deeply into one knee and then the other. Starting to awaken and open up through the lower back body, so through your hamstrings, through your calves. We're starting to get a little bit into the ankles here as well, into the tops of the feet. Maybe you come up high onto the very tippy toes and then press the heels down actively. Core stays engaged, hands rooted, support is there for you to move through your range of motion. And then find your downward facing dog, belly in, tailbone reaches up and back. So one long line through arms, through spine. One more in and out. Lift your left leg up toward the sky. Bend your knees, stack your hips. So left hip stacks over right. And I want you to draw a really big circle with the knee coming toward the body. So now we're starting to get into the hips, right? So really, really big. And then make it a little smaller. And then a little smaller. And then a little smaller. And then switch directions. Small, opposite way. Bigger, bigger. 3 more. So just notice how this feels within the body. If there's any tight spots, back through center, leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Start to engage through the core of the body. Come high onto the right toes. Tap if you can. Lengthen, engage through glutes. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time. Full exhale. Fill up again. Left foot comes down. So find that release. One breath in. Head heavy, breathe out. Right leg lifts, inhale. Bend your knees, stack your hips, same thing, big circle. As much as you can. So just to become a little bit more aware of how your body is in space, a little smaller, a little smaller, a little smaller, and then switch direction. So small to big. 3 more. Back through center, hips level. Right leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, round the spine, come high onto the left toes. Knee taps nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. 1 more. Full breath in. Foot lands. Big inhale, fill up the lungs, fill up the sides of the body. Clear it all away. We're going to engage the core of the body now by coming forward almost into a plank shape, but we're going to roll our way forward. So lift the heels up as high as they can go. And then if you can, even more, come up high onto the very tippy toes. So you're shifting your weight forward into the hands a little bit, and then broaden the shoulder blades on the back. Come back down, downward facing dog. 2 more like that. Last one. Look forward, bend your knees. Step to the top of the mat and fold. Find your halfway lift, big toes together, heels slightly apart, shoulders back. Exhale, fold. Grab for opposite elbows, sway from side to side. Maybe your feet come out a little bit wider than hips distance. So just remembering this practice is yours, right? It's for you, it's for how you feel, it's not for anyone else. If there's discomfort, maybe you stay, you breathe, but recognize if it's on the way to injury. The most important thing you can do is to take care of yourself. You're gonna let your arms go, come back to center, give your fingers a little bit of a wiggle. We're gonna stretch out the arms, or the hands, the palms. Just move my rings to the side. By bringing the hands, so feet are hip width distance apart. Feet can come underneath of the hands, toes to the wrists. And then just shift your weight forward and back a little bit. So I'm just opening up through the joints of my hands, of my fingers. You don't need to do this. You could take your first two fingers, grab for the big toes, and find a little bit of length through the spine, hinging at the hips. So there's a back body opening here. And then let your hands come out, big toes come back together. Give your fingers a little bit of a wiggle. Roll out the wrists. Maybe you shift your weight back and forth a little bit in through the feet. Maybe you notice where the pulling is, where we need to pay a little bit more attention to the body in our practice today. And then land at center. We'll find our halfway lift once again. Palms to shins, shoulders away from ears, crown of the head long, core is engaged. Exhale, bow. Root the feet down, sweep the arms high. Take the right wrist with the left hand, drop the shoulders down, reach up and over to the left. We'll take it back up through center. Inhale brings you up. Right hand grabs for left wrist, gentle tug to the right. Legs engage, feet root down. We'll do that again. Rise. Reach right. One more time. And come back through center. Gentle back bend, heart lifts, core strong, belly button in, shoulders down and back. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway lift, palms to shins, lengthen spine, shoulders back. Exhale, bow. Root the feet, reach the arms all of the way up. Exhale, sit your hips down and back, powerful pose. So modification, you're always welcome to bring the arms forward. You could take the arms into cactus arms. Your feet could be hip width distance apart, right? But we'll bring it back to the spinal mobility, working on the spine, lengthen tailbone, belly in, ribs in, heart lifts. Full breath in. Soften the tension where it's not needed. Two more. Last one. Straighten the legs, reach the arms high, little back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands to the mat, step both of your feet to the back of the mat. Pause here, take a full breath in. Strengthen the legs, breathe out, spread the fingers wide. Shift your weight forward into the tops of the toes. Exhale, press the heels back. Yeah, so we're strengthening the core. Notice where the shoulders go in space, forward. Exhale, back it out of the traps. Feel the shoulder blades engaging on the back of the body. And back. Good, full breath in right here. Knees come down, chest and belly lowers, one line. Baby cobra, tops of the feet press down, chest lifts, no weight in the hands. Bring your hands to the outsides of the mat. And then as you exhale, draw your left shoulder to the mat, turn to the right. Come back through center, inhale. Right shoulder to the mat, turn to the left. Good, we're gonna do that 2 more times. Inhale, find the length along the spine, gentle tuck to the chin. Exhale, turn right. Through center. Right shoulder down. One more time. Back through center, full breath in. Lower all of the way down, forehead down. Hands come underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes, press the heels back, fire up the core. Through your knees or from your toes, press up, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. One breath in. Long breath out. Look forward, bend your knees. Keeping your hands grounded to the mat, can you step your feet all the way to the top? Find a halfway lift, shoulders back, long spine. Exhale, bow. Root your feet, arms reach high. We'll take it to the side. Once again, left hand grabs for right wrist, reach up and over to the left. Maybe it gets a little bit deeper this round. Inhale through center. Maybe you find a little bit more fluidity with breath and movement. Or maybe you find that your feet are more rooted. There's a foundation there that maybe you didn't quite feel before. One more round. Through center, inhale. Exhale, baby back bend. This time shoulder blades draw together, elbows shoulder height. Drawing the shoulder blades toward each other on the back of the body. Check in with the ribs, check in with the feet. One breath in. You go a little deeper, breathe out. Inhale takes you back up to center. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step both of your feet to the back of the mat. Pause, high plank, breathe in. You could do this from your knees or from your toes. Full breath out. Shift the weight forward as high as you can onto your tippy toes. Exhale, press the heels back. Forward. And back. One more. Back to neutral, inhale. Knees down, chest and belly lowers all of the way. Baby cobra, inhale. Stay, breathe out. You're welcome to stay right here. Baby cobra as your forever back bend, or we'll take it into upward facing dog. Press the tops of the feet down into the mat, thighs engage. Hands come a little bit closer toward the ribs. Shoulders draw down and back. Press your hands into the mat, lift your torso up off of the mat. So we're not sinking the hips down toward the mat, right? There's engagement, glutes are engaged. And then there's that little baby back bend by drawing the shoulder blades together on the back. Maybe your gaze lifts a little bit. Full in. Full out. So you could lower back down, come through your knees, press back, downward facing dog, or take an inhale. Find the core engagement here, roll over your toes, lift your hips high, downward facing dog. One breath in. Let your head be heavy, breathe out. Look forward, bend your knees. Step to the top of the mat and fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, bow. Root your feet, reach your arms high. Exhale, come all of the way back down. Find your halfway lift, breath in. Hands to the mat, left foot steps to the back of the mat, left knee comes down to the mat. So setting up for our low lunge, front knee stacks over front ankle. And there's a little bit of movement. You could keep your hands down or you could keep your hands on the front thigh, just avoiding the knee. We don't want to put extra pressure there. And maybe you find that baby back bend once again. There's an activation by reaching the left toes toward the back. You could engage your thigh a little bit. That might intensify the stretch happening through the front of the left hip. 2 more breaths. Then notice where the tension is being held within your body. Soften shoulders, right? Unclenched jaw. 1 more. Your inhale takes you up. Exhale, hands frame the front foot, tuck the back toes, rock the weight back, spring forward and fold over your legs. Halfway lift, breath in. Right away, hands down, right foot steps to the back of the mat, low lunge. So setting up your foundation, that's what's going to support you throughout whatever pose that you're practicing. Front knee stacks over ankle. You could stay or interlock fingers on front thigh. Soften shoulders. Breathe in. Long out. 2 more. Inhale, torso comes up. Exhale, hands frame the front foot, tuck the back toes, rock the weight back, spring forward and fold over your legs. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, bow. Root the feet, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, interlock your fingers behind your back. Feet could stay as they are or bring them about hips distance. We're gonna find that back bend once again, but this time drawing the knuckles down and back. So now we're starting to get into the front of the shoulders, through the collarbones, right? All that rounding forward, all that hunching forward all day long. Just protect your low back, engage through the core of the body. If this doesn't feel good, don't do it, right? Hands could come to the low back, or you could come into your baby back bend once again. 2 more breaths. Feel your feet root down, legs engage. Inhale brings you up slow. Exhale, stay right here, close your eyes. Just feel that, breathe in. Heavy out. Full breath in. Fold forward, draw your knuckles over your back body. Inhale here. Long out, bend your knees, rest your belly to your thighs. 1 more. Root your feet, come on up, full breath in, arms extend overhead. Exhale, fold. Half lift, breathe in. Hands to the mat, left foot steps to the back of the mat, crescent lunge this time. Back leg stays lifted, high on the toes. Press the ball of the foot down into the mat, firing up through the left thigh. Right hip shifts forward, right hip shifts back, left hip forward, arms sweep high. And stay here, press the front foot down and forward. Soften the shoulders, lift the gaze. Maybe you reach a little further back. Come back up through center. We'll open it up, warrior 2. Outside edge of the back foot presses down and back as we lunge a little bit more into the front leg, reaching forward and back. Right, getting out of the rounding forward, broadening through the chest, reaching, taking up space. We'll flip the front palm, we'll dance it back, right hand up. Left hand rests gently on the back leg, or you can wrap it behind the back. Maybe you start to grab for the front thigh. So getting into the side of the body, breathe in. Long breath out. 1 more. Stay where you are, but straighten the front leg, reach a little further back. Exhale, right arm reaches forward and down, straight-legged triangle. You could keep your left hand exactly where it is, or it could reach high. Full in. Heavy out. Find a bit of rotation now through the core of your body, through your torso. 1 more. Bend the front knee, inhale, rise back up, warrior 2. Exhale, windmill the hands to either side of the front foot. Right foot steps back. Shift your weight forward. Press the heels back. Shift forward, get out of the traps. Heels press back. You could do this from your knees anytime. Forward and back. Neutral. Lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana, coming halfway, shoulders draw down and back, length through the back of the neck. Maybe you move forward into your upward facing dog, or you move through baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. Let it out heavy, open the mouth. Get back to your normal ujjayi, in and out through the nose. One more. Left foot lifts, breathe in. Exhale, plant your foot between the hands, drawing the knee in as close to the torso as you can. Plant your foot lightly. Crescent lunge, second side, setting up your foundation, your strength. Inhale, rise. Exhale, stay. Lift. Strengthen. One more. Come on, back up. Exhale, open it up, warrior two. Outside edge of the back foot presses down and back, firing the outside of the right thigh. Tailbone lengthens down, front knee tracks toward pinky toe side of the front foot as we reach forward and back. So you'll notice the shoulder blades broaden a little bit on the back of the body here. That's fine, that's okay. But we're avoiding this, right? Broadening through the chest. Flip the front palm, we'll dance it back. One more in. Long out. Straighten the front leg, stay right here. And then as you exhale, left arm comes down and forward, right arm option reaches high. Lengthen the spine. Find your gentle twist. Breath in, come on back up, warrior two. Exhale, windmill the hands to either side of the front foot. Spring forward and fold. Exhale, head heavy. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, bow. Bring your feet hips distance or a little wider. Go ahead, grab for opposite elbow. Shake your head yes and no, yes and no. Maybe you start to sway from side to side. And then we'll take it a little bit deeper into the side of the body. Come to center, hands come down to the mat. Start to walk your hands toward the outside edge of the left foot, reaching the right arm as far as it can go. Both legs stay strong. Take it back through center, over to the right. Through center, to the left, center, right. One more. Take your torso back through center. Bring your big toes back to touch. Heels slightly apart. Spread your toes wide. Gentle bend to the knees. Fire up the thighs. Halfway lift. Inhale. Bow it. Root the feet. Reach the arms. Sit the hips down and back. Gonna take a full breath in. Find your stability. Shift your weight into your left foot, come onto your right toes. As you exhale, step your right foot to the back of the mat, crescent lunge. Good, full breath in. Long breath out. Hands come to the heart. Lengthen crown of the head forward. Exhale, right elbow comes to the outside of the left thigh. So we're adding in a deeper twist here. So the rotation of the rib cage along the spine, you're drawing this right side of your rib cage underneath of the left. Just using the elbow as a little bit of leverage, but primarily this movement comes from the strength of your core. So can you draw the belly in and then twist a little more? Good, take it back through center, inhale, reach high. Good, exhale, open it up, warrior two. We'll dance it back, breath in. Come on back up, warrior two. Full breath in. Exhale, windmill the hands to either side of the front foot. Come onto the back toes, right hand lands, left arm reaches high. So twist again, left hip back, right hip forward, back leg strong. Full in. Can you draw the shoulder blades together on the back? One more. Take an inhale. Exhale, left hand comes to the outside of the left foot. Gentle bend in the back knee. Spring your right foot up so that you can press the heel down into the mat. We'll take it into a warrior one. Bend into the front leg. Both feet root down, arms reach high. Stay right here. Feel the length along the spine. And then hands come to the back of the body. You could grab for opposite elbows or reverse prayer. Straighten the front leg, hinge at your hips. Fold over your front leg, pyramid pose. Take an inhale, feel the length through the torso. As you breathe out, can you let go of the tension that you're holding on to that doesn't serve you here? One more in. One more out. Both hands release to either side of the front foot. Inhale, find length again. And this time we're gonna add in another twist, revolve pyramid pose. Right hand lands. Again, you could use your block using props anywhere that you need to. Left arm lifts high. So both legs strong, holding on to your foundation. Using your exhales to twist. One more in. And out. Stay your breath in. Exhale, left hand comes down. Right foot steps to the back of the mat. Left foot comes to the right side of the mat. Left knee comes down. Pigeon pose. Right toes reach back. Soften the hips. We say this in class so often. Set yourself up, right? Be supported wherever you are in your practice. If your left hip is lifted up off of the mat, place a block here that's going to tell your body to relax, to unwind. If this is too much for the knees, you could take this into deer pose or figure four on your back. So many great options for how you need it to be, right? In your own personal practice, in your own personal body. We're gonna stay lifted here though today. So let the hips settle. We'll find 2 more breaths. One more. And both hands come down to the mat, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, left foot steps back, shift your weight forward, shift your weight back, forward, back, forward, back, neutral, exhale, lower, forward and through, downward facing dog. One big inhale, fill up the back of the body, open it up. Look forward, bend your knees, step, hop, or walk to the top of the mat and fold over your legs. Halfway lift, breath in. Exhale, bow it. Root both of your feet down, inhale, rise. Hips sit down and back, powerful pose. One breath in. Long breath out. Shift your weight this time into your right foot. Come onto your left toes. As you exhale, step your left foot to the back of the mat, crescent lunge. Drawing the right hip back, left hip forward, reach high. And then hands come to your heart, lengthen heart forward, left elbow to outside of right thigh. 3 breaths right here. Can you focus on scissoring your thighs toward each other? Finding the twist, moving from the belly. 1 more, find length. Take it back through center, inhale. Exhale, open it up, warrior 2. Dance it back, full inhale. Exhale, windmill the hands to either side of the front foot. Come on to the back toes, left hand lands, right arm reaches high. So our twist continues. Reaching from fingertip to fingertip. Left side, drawing underneath of the right. Full breath in right here. Right hand comes down. Gentle bend into the back knee. Spring your back foot forward so that you can plant the back heel down, back leg engages, bend into the front knee, arms sweep high. Stay, warrior 1. Hands come behind you, again grabbing for opposite elbows or a reverse prayer. We'll straighten the front leg. Hinge at your hips, torso comes down, lead with your heart. So both feet pressing down firmly into the mat, hips level. There's the engagement through the torso, through the back of the body. There's length through the spine. I'll stay 1 more in. Can you release tension anywhere? Breathe out. Gently release the hands down to the mat. Left hand lands. Right arm reaches high. So finding our twist. Breathe in. And out. Just 2 more. Fill up, broaden through the front of the chest. Exhale, right hand comes down, gentle bend to the front knee, hands firmly pressed down, left foot back. Right foot to the left edge of the mat. Right knee comes down to right wrist. Left toes reaching further. And then just settling yourself up where it feels comfortable, not really comfortable, but right? Do you feel discomfort or do you feel pain? 2 very different feelings. Right, so tune in. Most important thing here is to take care. Pull in. Can you allow your hips to soften a little more? 2 more breaths. Clench your jaw, soften your eyes. 1 more. Hands come down. Tuck the back toes, back knee lifts. Right foot steps to the back of the mat. Shift forward. Press heels back. Good. Can you come on high tippy toes? Press heels back. Last one. Neutral spine. Lower all of the way down onto your belly for the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Baby cobra. Hands come out once again. Exhale, left shoulder to the mat. Center, lift heart. Exhale, right shoulder comes down. Center, left, center, right, One more. Through center. Hands could stay or extend them back. Zip belly in, engage glutes, lift legs. For 3, lift a little higher. 2. 1, lower all of the way down, hands under shoulders, press through knees. Child's pose, knees wide, forehead rests. Rest the forearms down, rest the shoulders. Maybe you give yourself a little bit of a rock of the forehead from side to side. Just releasing anything that you've been thinking about, overthinking about, anything that's been weighing you down. So instead of thinking about rolling your forehead from side to side, just let it roll from side to side. And then pause at center. Can you shift your hips a little bit closer toward your heels? Press your palms down, elbows lift, take it forward, tabletop. Knees come forward, come onto the bum, all the way down onto the back of the body. Bend your knees, point your feet firmly down into the mat. Lift your hips. Okay, so glutes are engaged, but there's also an activation of drawing your heels toward your hip bones. Lift your hips a little higher, stay, or interlock your fingers. Draw the shoulders underneath the back of the body, squeeze the palms. Lift. Thighs engage. Imagine there's a block in between your thighs. I love that cue because it really gets you to fire up through the thighs without your legs splaying out toward the toward the sides. Back of the neck is long. Can you lift a little higher and a little bit higher for 3, 2, 1. Now, as slowly, as gently as you can, release the shoulders. Can you feel your spine lower onto the mat as much as you can, vertebra by vertebra? So just trying to individualize each vertebra that's in the spine. When your hips land, you could go ahead, bring your feet wide, knees together. If that feels too awkward for the knees, you could also bring your feet together, knees wide, hands rest. Close your eyes. Bring your knees together, bring them back up. Still stay wide. Windshield wiper from side to side. So now we're getting into the front of the hip flexors. All those lunges gets right into the hip flexors. And then take your knees back up through center. Bring the soles of your feet to touch, this time knees wide. Draw the low belly in. One more activation before we land in Shavasana. Interlock your fingers behind your head. Keep your elbows wide. Belly button in towards spine. Glutes somewhat engaged. Press your feet toward each other. Take an inhale. As you exhale, lift your shoulders up off of the mat. Spine stays long, so we're using the core muscles only. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. One more. Stay lifted. Take a full breath in. We're gonna pulse it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shoulders down, knees in. Happy baby, knees in toward armpits. Grab for outsides of the feet. Press out through the heels. Wiggle your toes. Roll your ankles. And give yourself a little bit of a rock from side to side, pressing the low back into the mat. Then come back to center as slowly as you can. Go ahead, take up space, legs wide, arms wide. Let everything land. Let everything land. Right? Everything is always there to support you. We just need to find it. We just need to navigate our way through all of the mess, through all of the tension, so that we can identify those pillars which are there. Right? And maybe they're not the things that we necessarily think that should be or expect to be there to support us. Maybe it's something completely unexpected. But I think that's the beauty of our practice, right? It brings us to here, it brings us into this moment so that we can pay attention to the things that are there. It gets us out of past, it gets us out of future, so we can really listen, right? Because you already know what it is you need. You know. So together we'll take a full breath into the belly. Open the mouth, sigh. If there's anything else that you feel like you need to do, you're welcome to do so, but I'll leave you here, right here. It's always an honor to be here with you. Please close your practice however you wish. And I really, really hope to see you again soon. Thank you.